Hello guys, Team 7 Cents here. I'm here with Dinh-Kha Bui, managed to achieve the 3rd place at YCS Dusseldorf this year. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Alright, so let's get into your deck.
I played Dark Warriors because I thought this deck was the deck with the highest ceiling by far, and especially after YCS Chicago, when many people changed to play Thunder Dragon Danger. This deck got even better because it has an amazing Thunder Dragon matchup. Because going first, you auto win with other thought, and going second, you can break the board with 2 negations easily with this deck. After the release of Salamangreat, this deck got a little bit worse because the matchup can be tough. If they go first and have cards like Artifact Sanctum, or they can summon Abyss Dweller, it's hard to win that game. But if you go first, you win against every deck, I think. Yeah.
Alright.
Go to the deck. I played some extenders to summon Isolde, 3 junk, and 1 fresher. In the beginning I played Instant Fusion for summoning Radiant, but because of space issues in the extra deck I had to cut Radiant. Then 3 Connector, the best card in the deck, and 3 Dolphin. Dolphin is pretty good as a normal summon because you see what your opponent is playing and then you can adapt which field you're gonna have in the end. Because in some matchups Etherford isn't that great, for example against Guru. You rather want to keep cards like the Redura on the field with a set 4 blade instead of Etherford, for example. And then 2 one-offs, Graph and Armageddon Knight, and 3 Vion as 1 card, Isoldes, and 2 Melees as extenders, and 2 Phantom Knights. I think you don't need more than these 2, because you will resolve Rusty not more than 1 time in most cases.
Alright.
This was it for the Warrior engine. The big strength of the deck is that Isolde is such a threat, so many people throw the hand traps on Isolde, and after that, when Isolde get ashed, I can follow up with an extender like a Danger monster to go into the Orcust combo and OTK my opponent or summon Etherford during their turn, which is quite insane. For the Orcust combo, to Nightmare. Just in case if you draw 1, you can summon the other one from your deck, then the other 3 as a one-off. Then the 2 Winged Beast monsters, Black Wings, Zephyros and Steam the Cloak. Zephyros is great on its own because it's so good with Dangers to bounce them back to reuse them. And Steam is really important for your combo with Griffin and Curious. And more extenders, Destrudo, which is great against every deck going second. Especially you can OTK with this card against I think any board, especially against a Thunder Dragon. They have to negate it. If they don't play Crystal Wing, they have to negate Destrudo on summon. So I can go into Cerberus to negate to bait out the second negate, and afterwards I can go into the Mermaid. Because if they don't negate Destrudo, I can summon Yazi and destroy the whole board. And 1 Mermaid. Then Dangers, all the good ones, 3 times. Nasty, Jackalope and Tsushinoko. And the other Dangers, 2 Mothman, 1 Chupacabra, and these 2. Thunderbird is quite nice because it's a winged beast. If you target Thunderbird with a Summon Sorceress, you can summon Steam the Cloak from your deck. And these 2 are also targets for your Eradicator virus.
Alright.
These are the monsters. The spells, 1 Babel, 1 rank up, and 5 big crypts. I only play 5 because I don't play Power Tool Dragon. I don't have any space in the extra deck for Power Tool Dragon, and I think if you play 2 too many DDRs, you can break too much. And the 3 broken one-offs, Reborn, Rhoda, and Foolish. And 3 Called by the Grave, which is insane against Salaman Great because they are playing so many hand traps, and this is also interruption against that deck. And the 2 Phantom Mat traps and the Eradicator.
Alright, let's get into the extra deck.
The extra deck, 1 Mermaid for the combo, also the Sword. Cerberus Phoenix. This card is really good against Thunder Dragons because you can also always co-link this card with Saruja and a Bait on Negation. 1 Galatea for the Orcust combo. Also the Rusty Unicorn. Sorceress Curious to send an Extender to the graveyard or the Eradicator Virus. And which is really cool about this card is that Curious is a warrior monster. So if you don't have access to Izzord, you can just summon a bunch of danger monsters to go into Curious and send Malicious to the graveyard. Where's Malicious? Use its effect to summon another one, then you can go to Izzord to go into the full combo. Yeah, which is quite nice. 1 Griffin for the combo. Nongirsu as a target for the Eradicator Virus. 1 Browser Dragon for OTKs and the Redura, the Yatherford, and Yazi.
Alright, then the side deck.
My side deck was... There only were cards I played going second. Especially against Salamangreat and Thunder Dragons. 3 Pancatrops, which is great against, I think, every deck going second. Phantasme. To draw into my side deck cards and fix my hand to shuffle cards like Mermare or the Crypts into my deck. 3 Radiant, 3 Didi Crow, which was amazing against Salamangreat because I can take out an interruption like Raw or Rage, or I can take out the second level 4 monster like Jaguar of Falco to prevent Nebis Dweller first turn. And 3 Twin Fister. I didn't play Red Reboot because Red Reboot is a little bit weird playing with Shade Brigandine, because I think this card is just too important for its deck. And I think these cards were enough going second against Salamangreat.
Alright, any changes you would consider?
I don't think so, no. I think this deck was quite good. My matchups, I played against 1 Sky Striker, 1 Autogeist, 3 Danger Thunders, 1 Danger Chaos Dragon, 1 Orcust, which I lost to top 4, 1 Guru Control, and I think 9 Salamangreats. I won against 7 of them, I drew against 1, and I lost to 1 because he opened like game 3 Gamma, Joel, Ash, and Ladybug, so I couldn't win that game.
So, since we got some requests about doing the full combo, may you show us the full combo?
The combo is very flexible. It's certainly not a one-card combo, but you need a way to summon Izzord and 1 or 2 extenders. Because this deck is full of extenders like Dangers, the Body extenders, Destrudo, and the Orcust monsters. You have to draw a way to summon Izzord and some kind of these. The combination of 2 of these cards, which is most likely it's easy. Yeah. For example, you start with Jackalope, Bion, and let's say an Harper. You summon Bion to mill Melee to go into Isod. In most cases I use the Isod effect to bait out Ghost Ogre, because Ghost Ogre's much worse on Summon Sorceress, so you rather want to get Isod Ogre than Summon Sorceress. If you have enough extenders, you can still perform the Orcust combo afterwards if Isod gets Ghost Ogre. Then you move 4 cards, 4 equip cards, to summon the Armageddon Knight. Use his effect to mill Zephyros. You can use the Phoenix Blade, Banishing Warrior. Depends on which danger you have in your hand. If it's a bad danger, it's better to bounce back Phoenix Blade to your hand instead of the bad danger, because if the bad danger gets it, you are in the bad position. So you bounce back the Phoenix Blade to summon Zephyros. Then you go into Summon Sorceress. You target your Zephyros to summon Steam the Cloak. Then you summon your extender from your hand, your Dark Extender, so you can go into Curious afterwards. With Steam, Sorceress and your Dark Extender. Then Steam triggers and Curious also. Curious sends your Eradicator to the graveyard and Steam token. And afterwards Curious mills 3 cards. Then you use Steam's effect to summon himself. Then link these 2 away for Nightmare. Then Steam triggers again to summon a token. Then you link these 2 away for Griffin. You discard the Phoenix Blade or an extender like, in this case, the Harper. You can also discard to set the Virus. And then you can draw a card because Griffin is co-linked, which is really cool. Then you link Cerberus away for Nightmare Mermaid, which is also co-linked, so you can draw another card after you summon your Orcust Nightmare. Then you go into Galatea. You banish your Orcust Nightmare. To summon in most cases you mill your Harper. In this case I mill the World Wand to the graveyard to have access to all my Orcust monsters. If this card was another level 4 extender, I just need in the end a level 4 extender for the Redoer. I would send the Harper to the graveyard. Then I use Harper's effect to summon a skeleton. Then I go into Rusty Badish, use its effect to set the Shade Brigandine and the Ancient Cloak. I banish him and search this guy. I summon Galatea back with the skeleton. Then I use Galatea's effect to recycle this one, because it's the best one in your deck, because it gives your deck more resources. Then I can set the field spell. Then I use my level 4 extender, in this case the World Wand, to summon the Harper. Then I have the second level 4 monster. For the Redoer, I special summon Sideboard from my hand because I control a Phantom Type monster. And then I go to the Longirsu Then I search. Depends on the matchup. If I play against Sky Striker, I prefer searching the Fork Blade because Redoer I think does more on its own than Etherford in this matchup. Otherwise, I search this one against decks like Thunder Dragon. And what is really important, if you play against Sky Striker, you can also use Summon Sorceress to give your opponent a monster, so they can't use this as Sky Striker spells. And if they want to get rid of the monster with multi-roll or the field spell, you can bounce the card back to the top of the deck. And if they try to attack to clear the monster board, you can fork back the monster, so they can't use their spells and traps. But in most cases, it's either way GG because you have the Eradicator against decks like Sky Striker. Yeah, that's a combo. So in this case, we have an auto-win against spell and trap decks with the Eradicator, and an auto-win against monster-reliant decks like Danger, Thunder Dragons with Etherford. Yeah. We have to detach this material to use the wake up on it. And this is the end board.
Alright, any last words?
Yes, shout out to my team, of course, Team 7th Sense. To my friends from Berlin, the Hobby Wieland, especially Osan, Chung, Rasmus, Kurt, and the people who tested with me, Jack, Imran, Marvin, and Tobias, who got first place at the YCS Dusseldorf too. Yeah.
Alright, thanks for the deck profile.